Miss Tammy, do you remember when we were at ITH many, many moons ago, almost 2 years ago? Do you remember that?
Yes.
We stayed in a little Incredibox, and then we toured ITH's homes on their lot, but they didn't allow us to film.
Right.
We saw some of their Amish homes. They're 280, 300, 310 square feet homes, and they were Amish made wood built type homes. The home we're in today, guys, reminds me of one of those. What you're going to see today is called the Haven. It is from Phoenix Building Solutions in Greenville, Alabama. This comes in at 290 square feet. So for those of you folks that really like those compact 250 square feet or less, this is just a little bit more than that. But it's very compact, very simple, very straightforward. And we know you're going to enjoy it, especially you guys that like the really small homes. They've been making the Haven for a long time, and this is the first time we've ever been on the lot when they have one ready to go. So I hope you enjoy this tour. Come along with us. Well, you got a little look outside along with some beautiful, beautiful music. Anyway, we're inside the Haven. We're going to show you around really quickly on this tour. We are standing inside the combo living dining area. Again, remember, this is on an 11-foot frame, so you're 11 foot 4, or actually 11 foot 8 frame. Your interior dimension is 11 foot wide. This room is 8 foot across, and this is 290 square foot. Overall length is like 29, and it does have a 4 foot porch on the front. The porch has got regular pressure treated decking along with your 2x2 spindles for that look outside, which you just saw. You've got your 3 foot door with your blinds inside. This room for tiny living, 290 square feet. You're 11, a little over 11 foot wide plus 25 foot long. So you're compact. You're under 300 square foot in this home. So you're going to have to think small, think tiny. Don't think, oh, I don't have room for this. I don't have. Well, you asked for it. You're in a tiny house, so you need to figure out how to live in it. So you're going to have to squeeze your stuff, your living space in here. You can see we got a huge window on each side of the home. You got plenty of light coming in through here. You've got a transom here. This would be a great place to mount your television set. And then you could set your furniture in the corner there. Maybe just eat on a TV tray. Who knows? But you could potentially, right behind where Tammy's is, off to your right, you could potentially just put you a little small two-person dinette here, and then have you some little small table and a couple chairs out on the front porch for 3, 4 season living. And this home has your cathedral ceiling. You'll notice we have 4 recessed lights in here and a nice 5 blade ceiling fan. Let me get you a height on this. This is 11 foot tall on your cathedral ceiling. You can see, I like the way this is configured, which is why I mentioned ITH. Your cathedral goes all the way through the house. You don't have a loft in this home. So this gives you that kind of open feel where your bedroom and bathroom is, particularly your bathroom area. So anyway, that's a good look at that. Let's take a look. We've got a half galley, as I call it, or a single aisle kitchen. Let me get you a dimension here from me to the refrigerator so you get an idea. It's a good sized kitchen for a home this small. That's about 7 foot 10 inches to the refrigerator. This one doesn't come with a standard oven and cooktop. It comes with just a cooktop burner, a 2 burner cooktop. Of course, you've got your double bowl stainless sink. You've got your pull out faucet, which I shouldn't have pulled it out. There we go. And you got again, the nice Phoenix cabinets that always come in their homes, solid wood construction, soft close drawers, and soft close doors as well. So everything is topped off with these beautiful Bella Vite countertops. And this, I think, is a standard Bella Vite color. I'll put links to Bella Vite. Of course, I put links to Phoenix, and we'll try to put links, or if not, just a picture of the Haven's floor plan. But we get a cooktop here. This is a Vivor cooktop, 2-burner, one a little smaller, one a little bigger. And neat feature, Tammy talked about this with me a little earlier, you get your microwave cabinet. So your microwave is down here. What is that good for? Well, it's good in case you're in a wheelchair. You need some accessibility. And since we don't have a stove, we don't have our microwave mounted over here, you don't have to, you really don't have the space for it. It wouldn't look right. So they put this cabinet in, and you get this bonus of a large drawer right there for storage. They've got a couple open shelves here built in just above, instead of where you would have your over range microwave. And this one has more of an apartment style, or I don't want to say dorm style, but it's over under Visani refrigerator with a cabinet above that. You could actually opt for a bigger one here. Now, off to Tammy's right, before we go back in the bedroom, I'll let you take a look at the bathroom. Now, the bathroom does have the ceiling. It's not open to the rest of the house. We kind of griped and complained about that in some of the ITH homes we've seen, where the bathroom does not have a ceiling over top of it, and your illicit smells are going to go throughout the house. But this one does have that. We've got a 4-foot single unit shower unit with the seat, and a couple shelves in it with a pot light above it. And this one comes with a sliding door. And over to the right of that, you have just a little space for storing some additional toilet paper you may need, or accessories, or even just put a few towels for some small linen storage. And of course, Phoenix is always putting windows in the bathroom, which is a nice touch. And have gone to the elongated toilets, exhaust fan, and over top of the vanity, they also put another recessed light. Now, when Tammy and I were doing our pre-tour, right to Tammy's left is the vanity, and we were a bit puzzled about the vanity, the way it's set up, because the doors to the vanity are facing the toilet. I'll back out and let Tammy kind of swing around. Well, maybe she can show you. Slowly pan. But the doors are facing the toilet. And Tammy said, well, with all this space, why didn't they just flip it around to where the doors were here? And that's a choice you can make during the design phase or whatnot. But what I pointed out to Tammy was, you also have to think about accessibility. If you're in a wheelchair, this extra space right here gives you a lot of maneuverability for a wheelchair. This is just a hair over 3 foot here. Most standard wheelchairs are 25-inch width, plus you need a little room for your fingers. But that gives you plenty of room to kind of maneuver a wheelchair in here when you're in the bathroom and trying to make your way around to do what you need to do. Now, the bathroom is finished with a different floor. It has the luxury vinyl plank in it. The rest of the home has the sheet vinyl. They upgraded the flooring in this. There is a threshold that is not here. It is taped down. Threshold will be put in as they do the finishing touches on this home, or send it to be to a dealer or to whoever is buying this home. I'm not sure which way this one's going, whether it's sold to a dealer or a private customer. Width on this door, now that we do get into a little, it's just at 25 inches. So really close, really tight. But if you talk to Phoenix when you're getting your home custom built, or just buying a stock unit, and you tell them, I do need that accessibility for the future, there is easy potential with this wall just to give you another 3, 4, 5 inches here without a problem at all. We have the barn style sliding door to this. Now, this home is finished again with the tongue and groove. This is natural, but it has the poly on it. And then they have the wood trim that has been finished as well. You can choose options as you go along. Look on their website. You can get paint. You can get all types of different stains, finishes. You can get this done natural without the poly, so you can paint it later if you want to save a few bucks, whatever you want to do. Tons of options. We've shown you guys that plenty of times with Phoenix. Behind here is a little section. I can't get the door open because but there is an access panel for the shower in case anything ever goes wrong with your plumbing, which you would hope it doesn't. Again, we've got a pocket door here going into this bedroom, and the bedroom is where you would have your huge closet. I measured this, and just like the person that I am, I forgot how big, but this is just at 5 foot width, and it is depth-wise, it is 2 foot 10 inches. So that is a humongous closet. That's almost 12 square feet if you're thinking in terms of square feet, but if you're thinking in cubic feet storage, that's a lot of storage. Again, secured for transport. I can't open this. I think this home is being shipped out pretty soon, so they did not do that. Or they did that to protect the doors from slamming while they're moving the home. Over here, you've got a mini split section. Not mini split. I said mini split. Your washer and dryer for your stackable goes in this area, so you can fit any standard stackable washer and dryer in here. Again, you've got your water and your drain, and you've got an access panel. I believe the hot water heater is likely tankless and under this, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't get in there to tell you. Now, your bedroom behind you guys and to Tammy's left and rear is a transom window. We've got a nice window, full-size window here. So again, kind of pre-configured for you to have your bed this direction with your headboard here and your feet towards the closet. The width of this room is about 7'5", 7'6" wide, and to the closet is 8'3". So again, I'll try to put a chart in here of different bed sizes so you can see a bed might fit, a king would fit in here. But once you put a king in here, how much floor space is it taking up, and how are you going to have to squish beside it to get into bed? So think about your comfort, your all those things, and if you need to, if you do have accessibility, you're in a wheelchair, you may be in a situation where you wouldn't center your bed here, but you scoot your bed up against one wall to give you a lot of room to maneuver on one side. Maybe you'd be up a little bit high above the window or something, but it wouldn't be that big a deal if you needed to do it. Again, we got plenty of receptacles. You got one flanking each side, so you could put potentially little small tables with lamps on each side. Charge your phones at night if you wanted to in your bedroom, which we don't like to do that. There are two on this wall. There is one here, and of course inside we've got 3 recessed lights. We've got a nice 5-blade ceiling fan, and your safety monitor there with, I think that's a combo carbon monoxide smoke detector there. And that pretty much wraps up this tour. I don't think there's anything that I have missed, unless Miss Tammy thinks I have. But we did want to show you this one. You've got one thing I do want to talk about. Tammy and I got on this subject earlier today. Your width here to here is 26 inches, which will fit a standard wheelchair. However, when you've got this sliding pocket door on the other side, Tammy can't show it to you, but it has a handle that's stopping it from going any further back in there. So if you were in a situation where you wanted or needed this extra 2.5 inches, this door is sticking out, you could simply unscrew this handle, and then you could put one of those little pull-out handles on here or some other type of recessed handle, so you could pull this door without it taking up space, and then this door slide back in a little further to give you that 26 inches of clearance that you need to get a wheelchair in and out of here. So that's just something I did want to point out. Am I missing anything? The cathedral, of course, I didn't talk about, but Tammy showed you. In the bedroom, you've got the wall here. Your bedroom is not closed in with a lower ceiling, but your bathroom is. Rest of it is open to the cathedral. Again, nice, beautiful home, 290 square feet. You're getting really close to a true purist definition of a tiny home with this house. Hey guys, we didn't want to leave you hanging at the end of this video. It seemed like the video just cut off, and it did. It wasn't the video that cut off, it was these microphones. We got cheap Chinese made microphones. So if there's any sponsors out there want to send us some free nice microphones to try out, like Rode or DJI, we'd be glad to review them on our channel and use them all the time, because microphones are expensive and these aren't very good. So our microphone cut completely out. We lost all audio. We did have the video. We didn't want to continue the video because it was just us saying, you can use that loft for storage if you want to. It's not really a loft. It doesn't have any rails. And we were also just going to ask you, as we always do, if you like this type of content, tiny homes, RV park models, things like that, even the occasional single wide, double wide, whatever we do, just hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, do all those good things for us. That's the way you can support us. And we also want to say, if you are an RV park model manufacturer or a tiny home builder or anything like that, you would like us to show your homes on our channel, and you can share the content on your website, then just give us a line. Our email is the same as our channel name, 50pluslife360@gmail. So drop us a line. We'll be glad to maybe come and visit, do some videos, get you some content going, help build up your subscriber base, help you sell some models. Or if you are looking for a couple of people that are great salespeople and want us to come sell your tiny homes, we travel. We'll do it remotely. We don't have to come to your office. We'll go through all the training, but then we'll go across country selling your homes for you. So drop us a line, 50pluslife360@gmail. Or if any of you great subscribers want to send us some new microphones, just email us. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next tiny home tour. Thanks.